beautiful spring day here in Michigan. Time to make some syrup.
That's about 3/4 full. That's about a gallon in there. I think got about half a gallon in it. We already filled up that bucket and I ran out of buckets. We're about 25 gallons for this week, so we'll get our first boil in. Awesome.
All right, we got some fire and ice. We got 20 frozen gallons in the pot. And the fire is just a-blazing. Check out my homemade evaporator I just made last night. I got a 2-foot stainless 2x2 by 9 inches stainless tub off of Amazon, and I got this little outside fire pit out of the garbage. It was like a match made in heaven. Keeps the sides going. I just drilled a couple holes, slid some bars through it to set the pan on in a hole, and I put a stainless 3/4 nipple on there with a stainless ball valve, and it is like the perfect little evaporator. So anyways, we got 20 gallons melting. So out of this 20, there is 19.5 gallons of water and a half a gallon of syrup in there. Ended up being an awesome day. Sun came out. This might be the last of the winter. But we went through 30 gallons and we're probably we reduced it to half probably right now. Long day, sun going down. And we're still boiling. We're down to under 5 gallons left out of the 30. So we got a late start, but we got her done. We'll let her go right to the little bit closer, and then we'll finish it in the house tomorrow. So sweet. That's what we got. We got about 3/4 of liquid gold. Make the first one. We brought that to just about 220, and that makes it a little bit richer. We don't put this one up. We eat this one right away and pass it out to friends and family. So next batch, then we'll start putting them up. Weekend number 2, making syrup. We're down, we boiled 40 gallons today, maybe a little bit over. We're starting to turn a little color. We're down to under 15 gallons left, so just a-raining, watching the syrup boil. We're at the bottom of a 40-gallon run. looking syrupy. Got her down to this and refine it in the house. Down to 3 gallons out of 40. All right. We got the jars all sterilized. We got our syrup from 40 gallons from this weekend down to a gallon, and we're just over the 220 mark. 219 is the target. The farther past, the more sugary it gets. So we're gonna cut this and put them in jars, and what you do is you fill it up a 1/4 inch from the top, and then put a warm lid on the ring and flip it upside down, and that'll sterilize the lid itself. And then you let her sit. You're good for 2 years. Once you open it, keep it refrigerated because there is no preservatives. So let me get busy on this. All right. We got them all jarred up. And as I jar them, I put them upside down, like I said, just to heat up the lid and sterilize that. And one thing I didn't mention is make sure that you filter it before you put it in the jars. Everything gets filtered right before I bring it up to temperature. And then I use a cheesecloth and a strainer. Works really good. We brought this up just past 220, and the more you bring it up, like I said, the sweeter it becomes, but you got to watch out because if you bring it up too much, you'll get what they call is maple sand, and that's just the sugaring. It starts to turn into crystal. Next weekend, we're actually going to make some maple sugar where we bring it up a lot hotter, and then we whip it, and then as it cools, it turns granular. And it's almost like a brown sugar, but it's a maple sugar. It's awesome. So just remember that. I'm going to bring all these jars back around, flip them right side up, and just let them slowly cool. You don't want to have them in a breeze. They're good for 2 years. Once you crack the seal, make sure you keep it refrigerated just because there is no preservatives whatsoever, just pure maple syrup. So anyways, weekend number 2, we're up to 1 3/4 gallons. We're gonna go another weekend, so we'll add to it. Oh, another thing is you don't have to keep them canning because the syrup is hotter than the actual boiling water. We bring it up 7 degrees past boiling point. Water boils at 212. You bring it to 19 and it turns into syrup. At 219, it's officially syrup. We bring it a degree or 2 past it just to make it a little thicker, a little darker, a little richer. We can even, the next batch, we're gonna go a little bit beyond this. So it's awesome. It's a lot of work, but the payoff is good because next weekend on the river, we're having some maple glazed salmon from Alaska. All right, we'll see you next weekend.